Hey guys, it's Jeff with the Tattooed Spirit. I'm back in the office today happily, and I am here to do a really cool spread. A really cool spring equinox spread from Willow Wind, the Thrifty Witch. I saw Jennifer Ball doing this in her garage last night by candlelight, and it really intrigued me. Jennifer was getting some really cool stuff. She's the witchy witch, and she's a lot of fun, and she was getting some really cool insights. And I'm going to link, obviously, the Willow Wind's original video, and I think she links another one that was before her with the original spread. But anyway, I'm just going to link Willow Wind because hers is a great reading as well. And then you can see her little diagram of these 6 card spreads. It's like the death and decay and what you nurture and what's growing, and then there's a seed and a new growth, and it's really, really good. It's really good to visually see it like that, but maybe you'll be able to follow along with me, all right? Because I'm not much into understanding the equinoxes and what's going on, but I do understand that there's a newness going around, and it's seasonal, and there's a lot of people, a lot of the witches are going around talking about the equinoxes, and I just love hearing about it. I don't know when it started. I just know there's a newness in the air, and I want to jump on board too. So here we are, 6 card spread. The first space that we're going to do is the death and the passage. It is what has died for me in the past. All right, what has died for me in the last cycle, and then you know, to make room for this you know, stuff coming in the new one. So here we are right here, death and passage position. Here we go. Oh, here we go. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. I like that. The Wheel of Fortune reversed means that you are not understanding that everything has a place and there's windows and doors opening and closing for your own purposes to move forward. I like that what's passing is that I was just not trusting that everything falls in place in order. This has been a wonderful year and a half here in the office, and shifting the practice into the more spiritual pursuits that I enjoy so much more. It's more of a passion. It's more of melding all my different life aspects together for the purpose of creating solid financial security for myself, and it's really gone well. And so I am happy that any thoughts that I'm consciously aware of are now dead and are what has died for me. It's the passage of not trusting basically the universe to sort of align the next steps, the right people to come in at the right time, because when I'm looking back to the last cycle, it actually worked out really well, and I didn't have to stress my way towards anything. So adios, reversed Wheel of Fortune. All right. The next position is, what is the decay? How does that fertilize what's next? How does that death sort of fertilize what's next? Well, that's exactly what the position is. There we go. You know, I'm just gonna, sometimes I shuffle, you know, before the next card draw, but we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it kind of, we're just gonna do it one right after the other. Not that you care. All right, okay, well, that's the world. Decay fertilizer. How to fertilize what's next. To me, this is just trusting in this, okay? Because this died, all right? How wonderful are these 2 cards together? Look, it's basically the same card, same figures, becoming more real. Is this trusting? This is this unified everything card. This is the fertilizer of what's coming. The idea that this motion and stillness by this character is like a celebration and a dance, and it's a still frame, and the victory wreath and all that stuff. I think that's the perfect, this is an amazing spread so far. I think that's the perfect fertilizer for what has died. Look at that. That's just fantastic. I love that. I love that. All right, so that's what's going to feed what the card that's coming next, this rebirth, this renewal. Let's find out what that is. Let's find out exactly what that is. It's a nice little position too. You kind of get this ground. You know, when you see her thing, you'll see like this little seed coming up. This is just right before it pops through the surface of the ground. And that is the 10 of coins. I actually have been seeing this a lot today, this 10 of coins. All right. So the rebirth and renewal is this, you know, kind of being surrounded with the good things in your, you know, in your life. It's going to be important for me to focus on recognizing them, though. That's the bonus plus challenge of this card for me and my understanding of it. is that you're surrounded by the good things in life. It's kind of just before you kind of move on for those things to move into something new. So it's really kind of, it's a 10, so it's the sort of the end of the phase of sort of having the, the business and everything sort of coming together, melding the personal life, the career life, everything together. So this birth in renewal is really this. This is such a great card, but it comes with that suggestion inferred to really begin to notice these good things around you. I like that. I like that. I like that. So just before this is now coming, what are we gonna? Just as the seed comes up out of the ground, this is going to be the 4th position. This is the tend. What am I going to tend to and cultivate? What am I going to tend to and cultivate? The moon reversed. The moon reversed. The moon like that is sort of getting back into it. The moon reversed is kind of like staying still. This is like slowly getting back into your life. You know what I mean? This is after the star, which is after the the tower card. This is kind of getting back into it. This is kind of like, this is sort of like staying put and being happy with where you are is what this is for me, because we have to look at the positive aspect of this card, because it's in the position of what do you want to tend and cultivate. All right, so there's a lot of different reverse intonations about this moon card. I actually love the moon card, but because it's in the position of this tending and cultivating, I'm going to say that this is about staying where I am, staying put in my process, staying put in my process and allowing it to unfold, rather than actively sort of getting back in, taking all those fears and sort of getting back into the thing. I like just staying the path for me. You have to look at the positive aspect of it. Tend and cultivate the idea that the path is already set. And what a wonderful thing to actually have seen that's the fertilizer that's springing this, This is just sort of like, and it really does fall directly above that. It falls directly above that. The sun is right there. The moon is right there, all in one. I love that there's still some fear up there. That's okay, man. There's always going to be that, as far as I have experienced before. I think that's definitely in check. That's actually not even moving your fear forward either, whenever you look at the card like this, in this positive position of tending and cultivating. I can dig that. I can definitely dig that. The next position, position 5, is what's the new growth, or what's the seed that's going to come from this, just staying on my path, staying still on my path that is carrying me, because that's just how it goes. Whenever you see that, it's just you're part of it, you're just part of the flow. New growth in the seed. There we go. Strength reversed. I certainly was hoping to see that strength card come up straight up. But what does this mean to you? What does this mean to me? Coming right, let me just put this card right down here. I know I'm going to get some insights whenever I see it in position. I like that, actually. I actually can kind of dig that. I can kind of dig this. I'm getting, lately I've been drawn to these themes of stillness, but yet with the inferences of moving, like that world card. That's another thing like that. This is how these cards look in the spread. I don't know, maybe you guys can see that. The strength reversed, of course, it never means cowardice, but what it means is not digging really any deeper to find out what's going on with you. All right, if you view that strength card as really looking in to just find whatever you need to move forward, whenever it's reversed, I'm going to have to meditate on this, because it's in this positive position of new growth and seed. What's this positive position of new growth in the seed with this card? I bet I'm going to have a wonderful realization when I put the card down and move on. I'm going to take some time with this. I don't know. What do you guys get with that, put in that position like that, all right? Got that infinity right there. I kind of like that, though. That's going to positive position of new growth and seed with that strength reversed. You know what? Maybe it's coming up with a challenge. Maybe it's finding a deeper level that I may not be willing to look at. Maybe that's the challenge in this. There's always an inherent shadow. Now I've learned the whole shadow thing. An inherent challenge with whatever kind of thing you're looking at. Maybe this aspect of just being on this path, that where I can just be still in a path that's going to take me without having to move forward. Maybe that's going to develop some sort of challenge that then breaks me into a new sort of thing. It's going to be the challenge that breaks me to this growth that I now need to move into. So maybe this new growth really is finding a new level to go deep. Find out a deeper level of what makes me tick. I don't know. I don't know. If you kind of knew my philosophy at life, we always sort of succeed to a level, we get a time to enjoy it, and then like this challenge comes up where you have to prove to yourself that you're stronger than you think. I think this new growth, this new seed, is just going to be this opportunity for me to just say, I got to find a deeper level of strength here. I think that's what this card represents. And that's my philosophy of life anyway, so I am quite certain that I'm going to get the meaning of it here. Wonderful. Okay, I dig that a lot. The sixth position is, what am I going to plot and plan, knowing all this other stuff in this new equinox, the spring equinox spread. Plot and plan. This is the sixth position. Here we go. Okay, to just keep on doing it. To keep on doing it. This is really inferring this wonderful cycle that never ends. This is that wonderful thing that has been nurtured from this just understanding, this old understanding that had died away happily, that, things, I wasn't going to be in the right place at the right time. That's dead. It fertilized that. And then this just sort of, this ongoing type of situation. All right, wonderful 8, movement. I dig an 8 of Wands. I love any sort of wands and sort of any sort of outcome or plot or plan, to just plan to continue it. Plan to continue my life, sort of melding all these different aspects. All right, that's a 10-minute video. I think that's really cool. This has been a wonderful spread. I learned a lot. I wish I had more time with it, but I kind of feel like I need to push forward so you guys aren't, getting bored, and I can still get the best benefit from a nice video. So I will catch up with you guys later. Bye.